Me too, I love you.
Sergio,
Love
man.
it.
What a guy.
What did it mean when you heard the fans chanting your name?
It meant everything. I've waited so long for this opportunity and it finally came.
The man they call the Stockport Iniesta is going to break a record.
Yeah, I knew this was just the start of many things to come.
You are lucky guys. You're the guys who saw the first game in the first team for Manchester City for this guy.
Yeah, got a lot to thank him for. Moments that I look back at the end of my career and realise how hard it was to do, you know.
Phil, thanks so much for your time. You've been at the club since under nines. How do you look back at the journey you've made to the boy you were to the man you are now?
I would say it's gone very quick. But obviously starting at a place like Platt Lane, there weren't many training pitches. The quality of the pitches weren't great. And then eventually get into this place and the pitches are unbelievable. Yeah, I've seen the club grow over them years and I'm just happy to be a part of it.
We've got some clips to run through with you. This one is of you in your debut against Man United. What are your memories of that?
The atmosphere was unbelievable.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NRG Stadium. Please welcome Manchester United and Manchester City for tonight's International Champions Cup match. Leading the starting lineups up to the
I think still now it's one of the best atmospheres that I've played in front of. I remember there was, I can't remember the attendance, but it was 100,000, I think, over 100,000, and yeah, it was unbelievable to make my debut against United.
Foden, a lot of space for him, kept going with it and hits it. This 17-year-old Phil Foden looks entirely comfortable in this company.
And you came up against a number of big-name professionals at the time, didn't you? Were you in any way nervous, or did you just sort of take the challenge as it comes?
Obviously I was a little bit nervous, but at the same time I wanted to prove to people that I was a good player. And yeah, I went into that game with that mentality that I wanted to prove to people that I was a good player, so that's all I tried to do. And I remember the manager was being nice to me after the game and saying how good I played and that I would stay with him for the rest of the season, so I think I definitely proved my point in that game.
You obviously came across one of your idols after the match in Sergio Aguero.
Yeah.
That must have been a nice moment to have him come up to you post-match.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. I remember doing an interview and he came by.
We've been watching you in training. You seem to get on very well with Aguero. Has he been taking you under his wing?
Yeah, he's a great guy. Obviously you want to learn from players like that, so it's good to get close to players like that.
Well done, well
What's
done.
he in there, strawberry?
Well done, Phil.
He says he loves you.
Yeah.
Okay. Me too, I love you.
Sergio,
Love
man.
it.
What a guy.
And I can see tonight probably hasn't quite sunk in, but it's not bad, is it, for a young lad from Stockport?
Yeah, it hasn't sunk in yet. It doesn't feel real. Playing against like Pogba and players like that, it just doesn't seem real. I'm only 17, so I don't really know. I'm just delighted.
And then Pep's response to you afterwards.
Can you talk about Phil Foden's performance? I thought he was only 17. I thought he was fantastic.
I don't have words. I don't have words. I would like to have the right words to describe what today I saw. You are lucky guys. Believe me. You're the guys who saw the first game in the first team for Manchester City for this guy.
I remember just being so happy, and my parents telling me and my family, everyone really, just saying how good I played and that I can play at that level. And that's when I really started to believe that I could go into the first team and break through. It was hard at the time, obviously coming through the team, how good they was as well to get game time. But like I said, I was just enjoying it and trying to work hard as I can to make sure I stayed there.
Here is your first team debut. What are your memories of this particular game against Feyenoord?
It's been a misty, rainy night in Manchester. We're just about ready to go. It's Manchester City against Feyenoord.
Especially coming on in the UCL, you know, it's one of the biggest competitions as well, so that made it a little bit more nerve-wracking.
Well, this is going to be a moment to remember for this young man, Phil Foden, about to make his Champions League bow.
Did Pep give you any advice before going on the pitch?
Just said enjoy it, you know, enjoy the atmosphere in the game.
A big moment for that young man, Phil Foden. Achieved a lot in his youth career. The veteran Yaya Toure makes way. The star of the future, Phil Foden. That ovation for the youngster.
Once I got my first touch, you know, I became comfortable and just thought I'd do this every single day, so you know, why be shy?
In the fact that you came on in such a game where they needed the points to go get out of the group stage, showed trust in you from Pep, right? Especially at such a young age.
Definitely, you know, like you said, they're coming on in such a big game and we need the points, and for him to throw me on it at such a young age is only can give you confidence, you know what I mean, and makes you play better in a way because you know that the manager trusts you and wants you around the first team.
Debuts for Foden and Brahim Diaz, who came on late.
So in the next clip, we show you with Brahim post-match, both made your debuts. You both came for the academy together, so obviously this is a special moment for both of you.
Phil, for you in particular, a huge City fan from birth. What did it mean when you heard the fans chanting your name?
It meant everything. I've waited so long for this opportunity and it finally came. It meant everything to me.
Obviously, you know, it's important for me and Brahim to especially come on together as well was a special feeling because we knew how hard it was coming through the academy and the tough times we had. So yeah, we're both full of smiles in this interview.
Oh, yeah,
Off the back of this led to your full first-team debut away at Shakhtar.
Left back.
At that time, you broke the record for the youngest Englishman to start in Europe. So how did you feel sitting with that record on your shoulders?
Obviously, it was a proud moment for me to hear that record. And I was playing in a position that I wasn't used to. So like I said before, it shows the manager trusts me, play me out of position, and knows that I can do a job. Yeah, I felt really good. Playing in the Champions League, and on another day I could have got an assist to Gabby.
Through, here's Gabriel Jesus. The goalkeeper left his foot in.
How did you feel playing at left wing back?
It was a new experience because I've never played there before in my whole time in the academy as well, so yeah, it was definitely a new experience for me.
And off the back of your full Champions League debut, it led to your Premier League debut against Spurs off the bench.
Replaced as he is now by a young Premier League debutant, Phil Foden, 17 years old, local boy, been at the club since he was knee-high to a grasshopper. Won the Golden Boot with England under-20s as they won the World Cup.
Were you told in advance that you were going to be coming off the bench, or was it
No,
a
never.
surprise?
The manager never says anything like that. He's always last minute and wants to keep the players on their toes, so everyone's concentrated. So yeah, I didn't know I was going to come on, but you know, I was always ready and determined to get on.
Did it mean more making your first team Premier League appearance at home rather than away, being in front of the fans?
Oh, definitely. I think that definitely helps. You know, getting used to the fans and the atmosphere. You know, sometimes playing away can be a little bit scary for a young kid. You know, with their fans. So yeah, it definitely helped.
Foden, they call him the Stockport Iniesta. Foden's cross, the race back pedalling did well to pouch it.
Oh, imagine that went in.
So off the back of that debut further along the line, you actually got your one contribution this season, which was an assist for Aguero.
Yeah.
Pretty good assist, even better goal. Fair to say.
What a goal. It's not the assist, it's the goal for me. Jesus.
This is Foden. Foden keeps on going, stays up. It's Aguero. Aguero lines up a shot. It's a curling effort, and it's in from Sergio Aguero. Off the crossbar.
That's just what Kun could do, you know. He could always have that spark in the game out of nothing. Unbelievable player.
And then obviously that season it was Premier League trophy and it was also a League Cup triumph. You managed to play in some of the games off the bench. It's great for you to experience the success straight away early, right?
Yeah, it's definitely important to get involved in trophies as well, and see the players, how hard they work and what it takes to win trophies. So it was a great experience for me, and I only learned from them moments.
Did you feel it was the start of something special with where the club is now?
Yeah, I knew this was just the start of many things to come. We had a great manager, great players, and it was definitely heading in the right direction.
And that, of course, then led on to the record-breaking 100 points in the Premier League season. Memories that will definitely live long with you, I'm guessing.
The man they call the Stockport Iniesta is going to break a record as the youngest ever Premier League medal winner.
Pep brought you and Brahim on to qualify for a Premier League medal, and that would have meant you got 5 appearances. It's a great gesture, especially for someone at the age you were, right?
Yeah, he didn't have to do that, He could have just left us on the bench, but like I said, it shows his trust in us to bring us on and make sure we get the medals.
In place of İlkay Gündoğan, the youngest Premier League winner ever.
Yeah, got a lot to thank him for. It's a memory that I'll never forget. Yeah, special moments. Moments that I'll look back at the end of my career and realise how hard it was to do,
Do you think there was a team collective to definitely get to 100 points? The title had already been won at that point.
Yeah, but knowing our team, we'd always want more, and that was the aim, to get 100 points, was determined to do it.
Forward by De Bruyne. Gabriel Jesus wins it with the last kick of the season. 100!
Yeah, to actually do it, you could see how happy we was there.
And could you imagine a day like this, the trophy parade?
I remember I used to go to him, so actually to be on the bus and doing it myself, it's a strange moment, very strange.
And how do you look back on that season as a whole now? Is that the season that made you as a player?
It was definitely a season that I was just learning and developing as a player. I was growing, working on my weaknesses, watching players every single day, so I took it as a year where I learned a lot on and off the pitch.
Where do you rank that team that you played in your first season compared to now?
I couldn't decide which team's better, they're both so good, and both can win a lot of trophies, which is shown, so I just feel lucky to be a part of both teams and win many trophies.
Hat-trick for Haaland, hat-trick for Foden.
And it's in from Sergio Aguero.
The Premier League's Young Player of the Year, still 21 and a 4-time Premier League champion.